that says this live. Just thought I'd come on while I'm just in bed because I'm very sore this morning. I'm in bed because I fell off my scooter on the way to work yesterday, and even though it really hurt, and I got into work even though I had to turn around and go home, I'm very, very sore this morning. So in a while I'm going to have a hot bath and soak my bones. But if anyone comes in, I'll tell them that story. But yeah, I just thought I'd start getting up now. I just thought I'd come and show you a bit of drawing that I was doing last night while I was wallowing in my sorrows. And I was just going to colour a bit of it in. I don't know if this will work because I'm holding my tablet up. It's a bit shaky with one hand, but I don't know what colour to these files. I've ordered some of these alcohol markers because I haven't got really many colours there. And they're only cheap anyway. They're not like Copics. I mean, I'd love to get some of them. But they're all right for now. But I did order another pack with a few more in, with 100 in. I don't know how many's in this one, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's not 100 anyway. But I don't know if they're coming today or not. I don't know what colour to do on her face. But this is what I was saying to people about. I don't know whether to start trying to put a colouring book together. Hi, Faylite. I was just saying I fell off my electric scooter yesterday on the way to work. I only do half a day on a Friday. And I've woke up this morning. I fell on my chest down a hill on wet leaves because it's raining again today. And it was under trees. It's got a path, but it was wet leaves. I fell and fell on my chest. Must have put my arms out, I can't remember. But today, my right arm, I can't lift it up that high. It's sore under my ribs on my left, my chest. My knees are they did get a bit banged. I've got a hole in my coat as well. I'm lucky, thank God, I didn't break anything, but I knew I'd be dead sore today because at work, just before I was finishing, it was a bit sore and I thought, I know I'm going to be achy in the morning. I thought, seeing as it's half day, I'm just going to have to stay in bed. Yeah, I know. I'm okay. It's just, I slipped and it's like when everything goes in slow motion, I just thought, oh my God. And then I burst out crying and I was crying all the way to work because I was right near work. I was going to turn around and go home, but I just thought, you know what? If I get in work and it's bad or all of a sudden I really start hurting, I'll just go home. So I stayed in all day. I didn't think I was going to because I was pretty shaken up actually. I fell before. I've had this scooter for nearly a year at Christmas and I fell on the same hill, but up the hill. Going up the hill. I don't know if you fall going up the hill, but they're only little wheels, obviously, on my electric scooter. High breath blue. So I just thought, I'm dead achy today, so I'm just staying in bed and I'm going to have a hot bath soon. And I just thought, you know what? A bit of art therapy why I can't. Because at work I do a lot of lifting and moving about and using your arms and stuff. So I just thought, no, I'm just very sore today, so just need to stay in bed. But I'm going to have a hot bath in a bit. But yeah, as I said, RW, hi RW. Sorry if I can't remember people properly. It was a while ago, wasn't it, since I got taken off and we're all back on now. But I might remember. But yeah. So I was saying, with all the crafting I do, I should put a colouring book together, like an adult's colouring book. Because this picture I drew last night in these, what are they called? Micro pens. So they're waterproof, and these are alcohol markers. They blend a bit, if you can see here. I'll show you in a minute, but the way I do this is intuitively. I draw a load of lines and then I see what's in the picture and then I draw it out. I don't know what you call it. You know, when you draw, you don't take your pen off the paper and you do this, and then I see things in it, and that's how I do it. But my fella was like, stop colouring them in. I mean, I actually do like the black and white work. I was just going to leave this black and white and carry on putting black in. I do love black and white, but my fella's like, if you didn't colour them in, you could print them off. You could make a colouring book. I was like, yeah. I don't know what would people think, but I think they're quite good, and they're different because they're not the same as these colouring books that everyone does by AI. I'm not into all that. I'm not saying AI isn't good for some stuff. I think it is, but I just don't. People are losing the creativity because I've seen that on TikTok. They do like these AI generated books. You just put in what you want, and everyone's got like the same generated. Is that the right word? Style, and it's like no. So yeah, yes, book is a great idea. Yeah, because art is my therapy. That's why I craft so much, and I can never make my mind up what I'm doing, from crocheting to whatever. But I do love my drawing. I've always drawn, and if you were here on my channel from way back, I've always shown my artwork. Sometimes I pick it up, put it down again, but I just find doodling very therapeutic. And like I said, because I'm a bit sore today, feeling sorry for myself, I thought I'd colour a bit in. But yeah, like I said, these are cheap markers, and I've got some more coming because sometimes they can run out. Sometimes you get the colours in the cheap markers where some of them are great, and you just get the odd one or two that run out really quickly, especially when you need it. I find that with flash colours as well. So I've ordered another pack because they're not that dear. I think they're like £25 for 100. Because I mean, I'd love the more expensive ones, but if I get into this more, I might treat myself to those that I'm not really going to run out. But I don't know what to colour. I feel like I should colour this bit. Might do this bit with some mad. Oh yeah, let me show you the picture I did the other day. Sometimes I do it and I don't finish it off. So the other picture I was doing the other day was, sometimes I just doodle nothing like that, really. They do come through to the other side of the paper, so be aware of that. Like, really, I should put a sheet here so this one doesn't get marked. But for anyone who's not seen some of my artwork, these are just doodles. So this was done with the markers and Jelly Roll pen, which is in this bag somewhere in there. Anyway, the white Jelly Roll pen, the white bits, and the gold, that's gold marker. Such power positive draw. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was like Mega Whale energy. I see all this is like Zentangle work, if you know what Zentangle is, sort of patterns everywhere. There's like energy. So there's a lot of energy in my artwork, and like the whale energy there. But sorry, I'm just shaking this camera everywhere. I was going to say something then. And sometimes I've used gold foil, so I would like to get gold foil back in, and gold. I've got some gold ink that I've not used yet, that I've used in the past. But I'm going to be doing some drawing and painting this weekend, so maybe I'll come on while I'm still aching. But what's the other thing about artwork? I want to do more art on here, and I was, years ago, I think I showed it on my channel years ago, I used to also make art journals. I used to put art journals together, do the signatures inside. So I don't know whether to get back into that, because there's so much you can do with your own art, like stickers. If people love art journaling, I want to get back into art journaling as well. I used to show my art journaling, and I can print off things because with my art and stuff like that. So I did bags and stuff that I did show a few years ago, whenever it was. But that was the whale one. I've just got sketchbooks dotted about everywhere. This was one that I didn't finish off, but this is just like a sketchbook, not a precious sketchbook, just if I want a quick doodle or messing about, or maybe testing something out. This went a bit wrong with the colours, but it was a stag. I don't know if you see the gold pen in the background, but there was a stag, and that was just doing something, but I didn't with a biro. This is what I was doing the other day. I've not finished it off yet. Sometimes I like things, sometimes I don't. I like her. The little third eye right up there. I don't know why it's right up there. It's right up there. It says wisdom found within. And this was like meant to be a pony on it. I think that's like female energy symbol. Some witchy woman there. The sun. It says exhale, breathe. Yeah, sometimes I do it and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like that, and then I stop colouring it in, but I will try and finish it off. But yeah, this is, I don't think about what I'm doing, it just comes out, and then I'm like, oh, okay, oh, there's the moon as well. So these are done with, this is all done with the alcohol marker pens. I have bought some acrylics and I've not used them properly yet, so I might test them out. I like watercolour, but what's good about the pens is they're just quick and easy. Like, you don't have to mess around with water. I should get my watercolours out. I might get them out this weekend. I want to try with acrylic, but I just don't get. I've got some blank canvases. I should try and do this sort of work on a canvas with acrylics, but I'm just not. I don't feel acrylics at the minute, but I might have a bash this weekend and just see. But I do love the easy quickness of the alcoholic markers. Like I said, you can blend them a little bit. If you put a dark colour on first and then the light, see, like that, you can blend it a little bit. But I'll show you in a minute if it picks up. But that was the one I was doing the other day. Last night was the one I've just drawn out now. I'm quite quick at drawing out as well, so might do this little face because it's nearer to me. So I'm going to be doing this one-handed, so I don't know how this is going to go. If I can keep colouring in and being focused at the same time. Oh my god, don't know. Might have to do it side like that because I can't see properly. I might colour outside the lines because I'm doing it on a side view. I need one of them camera things around my neck or something, so I don't have to hold this. And it's a tablet I'm holding, not a phone, so it's quite bulky. And I'm not precious about this picture, I'm just colouring it in. I might put a red down here. It'd be nice just to come on and draw and put some music on. I've done that before in the past. People have come in. But yeah, like I said, I fell off my scooter, so I'm not in work today. It's a half day. God, not make himself any stiffer than I am. Bit of red there. So what I basically do is when I'm drawing, I see things and then I fill the spaces in with patterns and things, a bit like Zentangle, if you know what Zentangle is, or Zendoodle, or whatever you want to call it. I just saw this head shape, so I did the head, and this weird. My artwork's quite whimsical, you know, it's not like real life stuff, it's more like in the other realms, but I like that. Let's do a bit of pink. Some of these colours are running out, like I said, I've just ordered last night myself another packet of pens because I don't like the ones with the chisel chips on. Chisel tips, which is that. I like the brush one, which is that, and then the one with the fine nib, which I've ordered because you can get some without this. I don't really use that end of it. Magical, yeah, magical. It's like all energy and frequency in it, you know, goes on in the other realms. Yeah, I think this pink's running out actually, so I'll just shut up a minute and see if I can get a bit of pink in. Like I said, I've gone over the lines a little bit because I can't do this properly. Why? I'm showing you, but like I said, and you can go over with jelly pens, you know, mixed media, crayons and stuff, pencils, which I might do later. Yeah, this is difficult. One-handed. Obviously, if I wasn't holding this would be a lot neater. This is not how I colour, but just to show you what I'm doing. Let's put in some of the colours in. Bit of orange. Can't tell if that's a light orange or a dark orange. I'll go with this one. She's cute. She's a cute little thing going on there, little creature. Yeah, like I said, I used to make journals. I used to hand make journals, art journals. I have done stickers in the past. Stuff like that. Art journaling I think is really good, you know, especially now we're going in, you know, we're in autumn, we're going into winter and you just want to cozy up and just, it's like last night we had the telly on. We don't watch TV. We do not pay the licence for that because we do not support that at all. And if you've seen recent what's going on with the Trumpster and wanting to see the BBC, I think it's absolutely hilarious. You said they'd be the last to fall. Media, mainstream, anyway. So, but anyway, whatever. Probably trigger a few people. Let me know. We just come over thinking, oh, it's an art channel. Yeah, we were. I just went. We were. We have like Netflix on a YouTube or whatever, but I just went to switch the telly off. I'm just sick of the noise. Sick of the noise. Sick of the noise. I just want to sit and do this. Bit of music on maybe, but just want to create in the peace, because where I work's quite noisy in a factory. It's quite a noisy place, so sometimes it's like, when they used to say when you're younger, silence is golden. I feel like I'm turning into an old person. I don't mean old person, actually, person of wisdom, but you're just like, I understand why. Maybe when you're younger, you used to be like, oh my God, grumpy old people. It's like, no, they're not really grumpy. They just know what they like, and not too much noise. Annoying noise. There's noises in the world where I just think we've got the technology now where things don't have to be that bloody noisy. There's no need for them stupid noises. There just isn't, because we all know we go off frequencies and stuff, don't we? And I'm sure they do it on purpose. Well, they do it on purpose. So, I heard your PM is going to be taken down. Yeah, we all know he's going, but we can't put a time date on it like they all are. They're all getting, the system's all getting shaken up. It just has to be seen by the people. But he will be going in the end, because we know what side he plays for, whether people say he's an actor, is this, that and the other, whatever. They're all going down or doing as they're told. But it's just that being played by the playbook of the right side now. White hats. That's why I've not been looking at a lot, because I'm just like, well, it's not really for the ones who are awake, but it is great to see and great to witness. So, I mean, what's going to come before Christmas? We've still got 3 more years after Christmas of the DT, so, and he's just emphasising what's going on here, which is fantastic, because when he shines a light on something or somebody, we know something's going on. And the other side are just screaming about it. So I'm just adding a little bit of darker pink on here. On the lips. But yeah, so it's all fun and games. Trying to do this one-handed. Right, what other colour? With the not a lot of colours that I've got, I'm going to put some purple. I can never tell, but I should be looking at my swatch, because some of these come out darker or lighter than you think. But anyway, this looks like a blue. Not in the best of lighting either, because I'm in my bedroom and it's not the greatest. I've not got a ring light on anyway. Do you think we'll ever see? I don't know about that, because I don't know if it's a thing. I mean, I see it as, some people say, oh, we're getting this back, we're getting money, or I don't know. I see it more like, I mean, yeah, great, but I see it more like free energy, bills coming down, taxes getting demolished, all the taxes and everything we're paying that we should not be paying, because we all know it's a con in the contracts. And food coming down, because people say, oh, it's not come down. It will do. It's just, everything's been done within the law. I think it'll be more like that, and that's worldwide. It's not just one country. When, I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot more changes in the new year, to tell the truth, because they're just getting all this stuff going, and people are going to get more. The people who are asleep, who are waking up, who are getting more mad, because they're beginning to see all this stuff going on now. The more it goes on, and now with everyone sort of looking at the mainstream media, realising you've been lied to by them, you're basically paying your TV licence to be lied to. The more people are clicking on, and I've never believed the whole system would fall, because that can't happen that way anyway. But this has been going on for a long time, where they're putting the right people in the system, you just take them out. You can still have, the system was meant to work for us. You can either bring it down, rebuild, not all in one go, or you take the shite asses out and you put the better ones in the way it should have been. Yeah, they really can't. yeah, they can't really hand everyone. Yeah, I don't think when people go, oh, it's like, you know, what, they're handing everybody in the world millions. It's like, it's brilliant, but it's never sat right. Can you imagine a day? It'd be weird. I mean, what would happen to society? I think the best way everyone can be abundant is, you know, I don't know if things are going to get written off like people's debts. I don't like saying that because people could go and act on something. Like, I think there's some platforms out there have put this out, and I think people have. You've got to be very careful in a sense as well. Like they say, you've got to be responsible because people might be doing things where it's actually not true, and then they've gone and maybe not paid this or stop doing something where it's going to affect them because that's not what's going on. So I don't like saying that. I just think it's going to come in with, because we know taxes are a farce and all that, where, you know, if the food goes down and we're not really paying like electricity bills and energy bills, which we shouldn't be paying because it's free energy, and I believe that's what Gaddafi was doing in his country, we know what happened there. Certain things we don't have to, everyone will be abundant because we wouldn't have to work as long because that's all a farce. If energy and food prices went down, I mean, imagine, that'd just be brilliant. Because basically we're working to pay for all that. People could put more energy into better things that is really needed for humanity. And like I said, and it won't be just to one country. It will be the world because we're all in this together. That's why they try to separate us so much and cause divide and everything. And we all know about, you know, if people are into Nikola Tesla and free energy, we all know it's there. We all know half the stuff that they get us on is an absolute lie. They're just greedy. Greedy. People have to know what's happening, and if you have information, it needs to be exposed. Exactly. Sorry, I said Patricia then. Yeah, exactly. So, medbeds. Yeah, I don't know. Some people say wear the medbeds because, I mean, you know, we do create our reality, and you know, there is a thing in positive thinking and telling your body to heal and telling your cells to heal in the spiritual sense. But you've got to remember, I do think they may have. Well, we know there's technology out there. Then we know that the technology they bring in, we're probably 100 years in front, and whatever they bring out, making out it's new, it's not new. It's probably old, but to us it'd be new. I hope so. I think so. I haven't seen one myself. I've seen people saying and pictures, but I do believe, like, you know, when you look at the old like Star Trek movies, and they have things that look like med beds, people would get on these beds and they'd sort them all out. I believe we've got stuff like that. How that will roll out or whatever, I haven't got a clue, but I think it'd be used for the people who really need it at the minute, like the kids and that. Yeah, I mean, the thing with artificial intelligence, I'll tell you about that in a minute. What I'm seeing right now, there's nothing to do with the energy. It has to do with horrible, evil things dealing with children. Understand and recognise. Yeah, but a lot of us that are awake know all about that, but you know, all the horribleness. But that's what people have got to wake up to. Us who are awake have known about it for a long time. But there is also a lot of good things coming in, and we are actually winning. We're winning anyway. Q always said they'd get recognised by the symbolism. We all know that. When you're awake, you see it, so it's easy to see. It's a bit like the Matrix, isn't it? Once you've took that red pill, you can't look back because you just see it all the time. Yeah, the AI thing, I was saying to my fella the other day, so I think AI is good for some things. People are going to be losing their jobs over AI. My fella might be getting made redundant due to AI, but I do think there's things to do with AI that it could do. It's all in balance. It's not bad, it's the people behind it. But yeah, divine intelligence, yeah. I mean, what is it anyway? What are we? But I see it more like it could be used under good rule for things that we don't really need to be doing. There are jobs out there that are really mind-numbing that we don't really need to be doing, that humans could be really putting their skills and getting new skills towards something else that feels more soul satisfying than just, do you know what I mean? Things that keep us down in really crap jobs, if you know what I mean. And I do think job-wise as well, people be getting more sort of like, what's the word? Fair pay, equal pay. Just be a lot better off. But I don't think AI is good for everything because, like I said about creativity, a lot of people seem to be doing it where, I mean, they do put on AI created, where people are just doing it, and it's like you're not being creative, you're just asking AI to do it for you. Like I said, it's good for some things, but what a boring world it'd be if it took over everything. And like for example, I drew this. People can go and make their own art now, just get AI to write them a book, music, everything. Well, that means creativity's gone, and that's what they want. They don't want no creativity, because we are creative beings. That's what we came here to do. We create our reality. We bring it into, you know, we see it in our mind's eye, we bring it down, we put it into action, and it becomes into this world, you know, material wise, it becomes into this world. So if you get what I'm saying, we are winning. Unfortunately, a lot of people cannot stomach, they will faint. Yeah, well, Q did say that a lot of people end up in hospital. That's why it's not been done all at once, because can you imagine the world that got told the truth all at once, everything? Imagine how you were when you first found out. We've said this for years. It'd be like the Purge, the film. That's probably what they wanted, because we'd all be killing each other off. But that's why they've had to do it over time, and that's why when people ask, how long is it going to be? When's the movie going to end? Just sit back and enjoy the show with your popcorn. That's what you were told. It's more exciting now than it was before, because we didn't realise it is actually for now, and all those Q posts make more sense now. People can't think for themselves. No, they can't think for themselves, and that's what Q always said as well. Think for yourselves, research yourself, and question everything. The psyop that told you to do that. Our creativity makes us different as a species. Exactly, they're not creative, they steal creativity, or they try to smother it out. So, yeah, I don't really think they're human, are they, at the end of the day? They can't be. The things that they do, I was saying to a friend at work, we were having a discussion yesterday, and I said, how can they be human? They're all, no, when people go on about reptilian, but I think it's a reptilian brain or whatever, even if that is real or whatever, it's like how they can't be human, because who thinks like that? And who in this day and age doesn't want well for the world, for everybody in every country and everyone to be thriving? The world should be thriving all together, not our country's better than yours, or that country's richer than that country and you've still got poverty. What was all like that Feed the World and all that years ago, you know what I mean? When we all know what it was about, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, mental. So I'm just looking for a colour. Colour. Like I said, I've not got very many good colours in this colouring. That's all about MK Ultra. Yeah, a lot of people are under MK Ultra mind control. But that's all coming down, because that's why it's layered. It's so layered when people say, oh, when's this gonna stop, blah, blah. With everything they've been very clever. You know, the mind control, the poisoning, the food in the air, the water, everything. It's massive. People don't understand how big it is. It's like, are you mental? That's why they needed us. They needed people to be on board with what was going on, to see things that people were putting things out on platforms or talking out or whatever. The digital soldiers, remember? Because they needed us as well. Even to put this information out, because we did get it wrong sometimes, but especially when people put dates on things, that's why a lot of us stop saying dates, because people really cling to that, and then if something doesn't happen on that day, everyone's like rah, 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 rah. And then it happens a little bit after, because don't forget, they were also confusing the dark side. The dark side would have been on the Q post as well, so you know what I mean, trying to work things out. And you don't tell your enemy where you're going to be, what time, knocking at their door, like, Hillary, we'll come into your house at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you better be in. She ain't going to be there, is she? She'd be long gone. So that's where I just think people are mental, when they don't think properly about things. So I've just put a yellow next to a yellow. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to do some brighter colours around that. It doesn't matter. I might put some, might do them. Might do that. I might do that black and white little, where is it? Still get my, you knew it, love. I'm going to pray for you, because this artwork has a lot more to do with what you're talking about. I see it. I have determined in my heart, crying for you. Oh, you've gone through hell, my dear, I can see. So I'm sorry for the fact that you need to hear. You know, I mean, some of the things people will be finding out. I mean, when I first found out what the world really was, and I think I had like a breakdown for 2 weeks, couldn't stop crying, especially about children. So that's why I get really passionate. I can still get triggered at people who don't see it. You know, when everyone says, "Oh, you know, we've got to be grounded and all that." Yeah, we do, but it's still annoying because there's still those people who are really clinging on to the old world and the old way, which is, yeah, obviously they will be doing, because we've been programmed for a very long time since we were born to be in these programs at school and everything, and the way they've got us, you know, locked. Well, not all of us locked in anymore, but you know, the way they got us thinking about what was really the truth, or history and all that rubbish, you know. So it's mental. But as we know, but at the same time, we've enjoyed what's going on, because we've just woke up in a world thinking, oh my God, if the world's not the way we were taught, it's a magical place and there's great things going on. It's absolutely crackers. And the true history of our world, I mean, look at Tartaria and all that, it's just more magical to me than I didn't get school when I was at school anyway. And they say people who were like that, and I'm a bit dyslexic, are the ones who couldn't control, didn't understand the world because it was a lie. So all the ones that think they're intelligent are not really that intelligent, and all the people they make out are stupid are not stupid. They just knew something was going on. Couldn't quite put our finger on it at the time, but looking back now, when you look back, past, future, future, you're just like, oh my God, mental. Yeah, and that's what the whole thing's about, the children, yeah. Thank you. But yeah. And I think my artwork helps me either bring something out, or it helps me chill out, relax. Yeah, and probably bring forth feelings, you know. That's why art's good if you can get into it. Like I didn't know what this picture was, but I think I might colour this little fairy person in here, whatever it is. Just don't think I've got the right. Like I said, I think this pen I've got now is running out, so if this goes wrong, I'm waiting for my new felt tips. This isn't, don't think this is very much colour left in it, so I might have to just scrub it around like this very quickly. If you haven't tried alcoholic markers, honestly, get some. Like I said, they're not there. You can get the cheap ones, but this one, be aware, you do get a few that run out. This, I seem to get the flesh coloured ones, always seem to run out, but they're cheap, so I don't mind. Like I said, treated myself to another box. You can blend them. You blend them by putting light colour. No, sorry, dark and then a bit of light. So I should have done the other way around. I've not got a lighter one than this. Just quick and easy. Like I said, I just drew this out last night. I'm going to be doing some more over the weekend. I'm so intelligent and brave. Brave, well, I've always spoken out. A lot of us did, and we got taken down off here, and then we've all come back. They've put us back up, and I think it's divine timing because of what's going on now. More people are seeing it now, but also, yeah, I've not been afraid. It's like lockdown. I never took the you know what. I never wore the mask. I never did any of that. I went into the shops. No one ever said anything. I wasn't looking to see if anyone was giving me dirty looks or whatever. I just stayed true to what I believed. And I'm a bit like that with control anyway. I hate people trying to control me. I have a really still big thing about that. I just don't like it. I get very aggy. I don't know what colour hair. What colour hair do you think she should have? I don't know. I've got a little jelly pink pen in there. Big jelly pen. Sorry, moving around a bit. I'm just going to do her hearts on her faces. And if people went with him more, drawing helps me go with him more. No, people say you've got to meditate in the quiet, but when I'm being quiet, not talking, and I'm drawing, it is a form of meditation for me. And obviously going out in nature. they wouldn't fear as much because their body would be telling them the truth of all the crap out there. Yeah, I did think purple. Should we do purple? I don't know if I've got a light one, like I said, I haven't got my crayons up here either. Purple. I've got that purple. I think that's a dark purple. You know what I'll do? I think I've got a dark purple. I'll try this pinky, purpley pink because my purple seems to be, I've not like got a lilac colour. I've just got random colours in this. Oh, I don't like that tip. I'm going to use this one. It's probably like a really dark pink. Like that. Because I've got purple there. But yeah. But I don't know, what do you guys want me to do? More art? Do some art journaling? Make some art journals? Because I'm having that weird thing again, like, I wanted to get a business going in my crafts, and then I'm like, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then I'm like, maybe I should do more art journaling, making them again. I could sell stickers to go in art journals. It's like I'm leaving things behind again. I'm like, oh, I don't really know if I like doing that now. And it's all right to get bored, you know, sometimes you do stuff and you love it, and then you're like, do you know what, I've really gone off it, I just don't really feel like I want to do that anymore. Makes you feel bad, but then I think, well, no, because maybe I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm crocheting a jumper, I'm crocheting a few bits for myself, so we'll see. Maybe sometimes it's like, some things I might do for myself and other things I can put out there in the world. All of the above. Art journaling, yeah. I think I like to watch videos of people art journaling. I just find it therapeutic. Like if I had this drawn out in pencil, I mean, I normally do the squiggly lines in pencil and then fill in without drawing it, or sometimes I do. You know, I could sit for a while, draw it out, do the line work, colour it in with nice music on. It's quite relaxing. I like watching stuff like that. You know, and you could be doing it while you're doodling too. But she's got pink hair. I might put some gold wings on. I might do some gold stars. I haven't got my gold pen up here. I've got this one, but this is a jelly roll pen, not my metallic, and I've lost the lid off it. It's probably not working. But you know, you can add things like, is this pen working? Probably won't be able to see it. Little gold dots on my sunflower there. Sorry, the lighting's rubbish. So you can still, you know, like when you're colouring, adult colouring, you can still colour it in with pen, and you can add crayon on, you can add like foil, and you can add like metallic pens to make it shine a bit. You don't have to be like, you know, when you think of colouring, you just think, yeah, colouring in pens or crayons. You can do a lot with it. Like, might put a bit of gold on the nose here. But you can't, I don't think, yeah, it's not picking up. I'll have to show this picture in better lighting. I might colour the stars in. But how are you all in chat anyway? It's getting good out there, isn't it? It's just like one, as we said, we've been watching a movie, one massive movie. You know the movie will end well. You know it'll be a good ending. Just got to think of the movie. When we say movie, right, it's the good movie out there. I mean, it's like Star Wars, isn't it? I mean, literally, that's like a documentary, you know, with the Matrix and everything else. But there's always the bit of the movie, the good guys and the bad guys. You've got the bit in the middle, it's all exciting, you don't know what's going on. Yes, things happen, wars, people, you know, nice things don't happen, but then at the end, you know, it's good. So you just got to think of it like that. Where's Lady Di? Well, there's a lot of people out there I think could still be about. I don't know where, kept safe. I'm not saying for definite, but it just seems odd. Certain people, and I think, did they know things? I mean, also people were taken out because they did know things, but if people could have been taken out, people by the bad side, I think there's also people that could have been put in hiding or somewhere, Valhalla, I don't know, where they're kept safe and they're helping with all of this as well because of the things that they knew, and they'd be able to come out at the right time. Because people goes, oh, when? At the right time. When's the right time? I don't know, because I didn't put this plan together. But at the right time, when more people awake, they've got to get more people awake. There is more people awake. There is more people waking up, but we also know there's some stubborn people out there, and yeah, are going to be abruptly woken up. But all at the right time. You've got to remember, there's a plan they put together. It's been in for years. People and things will happen when they need to happen, in the time they need to happen, so it doesn't mess up the plan. We can't say when or whatever, because we didn't put it together. And if that's at the end of the movie, when the big things are being taken down and it all has to be done within the law, because that's what people forget about, then so be it. If we have to wait a bit longer, we have to wait a bit longer. But we know it's getting better because we've seen it getting better. So we know there's good things coming. And I believe we also don't know how big it's going to be and how I think it's going to be spectacular. But what that's going to look like, I don't know. I believe you. I think Charlie Kirk and him anymore. Yeah, they could be. I do think that. I sort of think like, I don't think he's gone, Charlie, but he could be. I'm sort of like, if he is, he is. It woke a lot of people up. If he isn't, either way, I could understand it. And if he isn't, I could understand it because of the way it has to be played out to wake people up. So, whatever. And then people are like, yeah, but they got it up so many people. Why did they do that? Because they had to wake people up. And when they understand in the end about the plan and why they've had to do certain things, play certain parts, look like something's happened when maybe it's not happened, people won't be angry then because they'll understand why it had to take place. So, yeah, I mean, I've not really been watching a lot on her or anything like that because I've not been watching a lot about any of it at the minute. I've been sort of like, it's coming into winter. I just feel like retreating. I don't want to look at a lot at the minute because there's still too many people getting confused and angry, screaming, because obviously a lot of people are waking up. Remember when you first woke up? So I'm just sort of like watching, observing. I will come in here and say, when I see things and stuff. Like, obviously, I've just been saying a little bit about the BBC and all that. It's all good. But, yeah, we will wait and see. See if we were right on the people we thought we were right on, or wrong on the people, or vice versa. So that's going to be exciting. You are so right. Just spending more of us that have been in the fight for many decades to rabbit hole at the ones have been, and at the ones have been there are much longer than us. Yeah. Can you imagine the people before us? Years and years. Because people get into like, I've been awake this long. It doesn't matter how long you've been awake, as long as you're awake. But there's been people before us who, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. How frustrating it's been. People who've passed now who've not seen this time. That's why they say we're in the greatest time ever, the Great Awakening, and we're here. Can you imagine the people who are not here? They might be here in spirit, but they're not here to see this, what they knew then, how frustrating it must have been there when we were just dilly-dallying around. I feel the same way, hon. If yes, he is, and if he isn't. Yeah, it's all for a good reason. It's a story that can't be told. It has to be realised. Yeah, and they say nothing can stop what's happening. And also was said, what was it? You can't show the people, you have to tell the people, because, you can't tell the people, you have to show them. Sick of telling people till you're blue in the face. That's why all this stuff looks mad all around the world of what's going on. It's crazy because they're showing the people. It's like New York now with that new mayor they've got in. It'll end up like London. He'll be seen for what he is. But at the end of the day, you've got to show New York what they supposedly voted in, and I don't believe he was voted in. He was selected in like they all are. To give them a little bit of like, this is what would be happening. Then there'll be a clean-up like there was in DC. That's how I see it. You've got to show the people. They think they're voting good people in because they're not using the brains. They're not thinking. And so on and so forth. So, yeah. I'm going to make some shirts for Christmas for my family that say truth is stranger than fiction. You should, because it is. I've got a top that says I told you so. It says, we the people told you so. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. We did. When people go, yeah, I told you so. Mum always says, oh, Janine, don't say that. I went, well, we did. Not being nasty. But, yeah. But I've seen a lot of people scratching their heads with stuff. So it's all good. Yeah, so thank you. Oh, it is Patricia, isn't it? God, I can't see. I'm thinking I need glasses here. Yeah, that's just how I think. So, but it is going to be It's not going to be nice for these people who are really, really stuck in the old world that we're in, because we are going to a new world. It's our world, taking it back. Who are still stuck in the programming. We fall into programming sometimes and we come back out of it, but when you can see it, you can see it. You know, I had someone at work the other day telling me they've been ill, they've had this, they've had that, they've had a stroke, they're going for the flu jab today, and I was like, oh my God, should be telewarning people. So do you think, like, the BBC have been lying to you? Wait till they find out about that with the media. Some people refuse to wake up. They do because, one, they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to look like they didn't know, which I understand, but they've got to get over that and let go of it, because we all did know at some point. And they're scared because, for example, if they took something that they thought was helping them, then they find out it's actually not, and it's not going to help them, or worse, they're going to be scared and not happy and angry and stuff. So yeah, but I do think they can help themselves through different things they'll be able to do because they'll know. But yeah, there's a lot of the ego involved as well. So yeah, you're so wise. I'm glad I found you accidentally, but mostly likely it was as I was led to you. Oh, thanks. So you haven't been in here before? Yeah, well, that's what they say. You normally resonate with someone and something normally pops up on the right time. You know, when you're just scrolling through something sometimes and somebody pops up and you're like, what are they saying? So they think I just do art or something, but I'm always talking about this stuff. People know from my channel before, because my channel got deleted about 3 years ago with a lot of other truthers, and they've all been put back on YouTube now, and we think for the right time. So a lot of people have come back. I've come back, don't really know what I'm doing, but I just used to come on with a cup of tea, have a chat, show my art, talk about Trump, talk about whatever, the Great Awakening, and whatever. And I normally you do see my face. It's just because I'm sat in bed aching and I've got my camera switched this way to do my drawings. And I'm going to have a hot bath soon. A hot bath and soak my bones, because saying about I fell off my scooter yesterday. So yeah, that's no mistake. Yeah, it's no mistake, as Faye Light says. We are here for a reason, to help those who have been in the Matrix. Yes, we are, and have no idea when things happen they're going to need our empathy or education in our help. I screenshot everything. So yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years. Yeah, something like 3 years, isn't it? I don't think it's long, unless it was longer. We are the lucky ones. Yeah, we are the lucky ones. And like you said, Patricia, when they call people star seeds or light workers and all that, you are here to help those, like when they start questioning. Or you might have woke people up by dropping the seeds. I have someone at work, a few people on here, even if it's one person, and then they go and do it to somebody, it's a ripple effect. So yeah, and we're here to stay calm, because remember, a lot of what you're seeing now is not real. And also, like I said, if you all woke up at the same time, it'd be the purge. We'd all be running around mad, fighting and all that, and nothing would get done. And they would love that, because why we're all doing that is because that's what they've been trying to do. They'll be doing all the other stuff over there. We have grown so much in that time. I've grown so much in that time. I still get triggered about stuff, but that's just an ongoing thing on our journey. I am letting go of a lot. That's why it's really weird. Sometimes I don't feel emotional about some stuff. Like, I'm unemotional about some stuff that people think I should be. I'm emotional about other stuff, but things they think I should be, because I know it's not fucking real. And I'm like, I might just look like a miserable cow sometimes. Like, I'm not excited about something, and I could be more excited about something else. They'd be like, why are you excited about that? And I'm like, because that you think I should be excited about, I'm not bothered. It's like, I don't drink alcohol. I'm really not bothered. I'm going on Christmas Day. I will have a bit of a drink, but I'm not bothered. People probably say, well, you're boring. It's like, I don't need alcohol to have a fun time, or to try and, I don't know, get out of my comfort zone, whatever we do when we used to drink. It just doesn't bother me. It's amazing I found you. It's incredible. Oh, thank you. oh, I'm glad you've come over, you know, because I do think there might be more people now that I see a lot of us talking out again in a different light, a bit more calmer, because I used to get pretty frustrated with people in chat and that. And they could have been awake, but they like obviously you're awake, but new people that are just waking up and seeing people talking about going, oh my God, I'm not going crazy, because that's what it was all about anyway. And people, because it's everywhere now, you know what I mean? And they'll see that if anyone did know us and we got taken down, we got put back on, that we were telling the truth. I'm not saying we got everything absolutely right or the dates right, but we were telling the truth about what's being seen now, what we were talking about nearly, what was it, 7 or 8 years ago, especially with the Q thing. If you don't know what Q is, it doesn't really matter, and people who don't believe in it doesn't really matter, but we were right. It's not about right and wrong, we're talking about right, like evil versus good, dark versus evil. We were right. I don't mean right as in ego right, thinking you're right. We were right. It's been 20 years to me in the rabbit hole. Oh, God, that's a long time. Like, I knew, you know, you have the governments that are not really good. The little things that you know, probably growing up, always didn't get why we were doing certain things at school and didn't understand, not really good at maths, bit dyslexic stuff. I just didn't understand some things. And when I found out in, what was it, 2017, through my dad with the Q post and everything, that's why I say to people, you can't say it's a bad thing, it won't load to people, it still is. I was like, oh my God, like, it's crazy, it's awful, this world is awful. But then it was like, do you know what, it's amazing, it's magical. It is what I thought it was, more on the dimensional sort of energy, magical, we are more than we know, all that stuff, brilliant. And then every day is like, oh my God, or, you know, nature, everything. It outweighs all the bad shit, because we know good things are coming, and we know the old world is our world, and we're going back to the old world. It's like they've been trying to regress us, is that the right word? Where the old stuff was actually future stuff. And they've tried to take us back, and we're probably like 100 years out of, you know, whatever they say is new, oh, what's the word? New technologies and stuff. We're way behind. So really, the old world had more technology than now, and we're just discovering the truths on certain things, you know, which they were saying, oh, this was for that and that was for that, and like really it was this, and this. So, which makes more sense with everything. So it's like crazy, but crazy good, crazy exciting. But if you can get past all the stupid stuff they're putting out on the media and come out of the fear, that's why I don't watch a lot, because I'm not sitting there watching constantly, oh, this has happened, that's happening. Some of it is a lot of red flags. It's to get people angry, it's to get people wake up, it's to get people divided, it's to get people fighting, you know, whatever. It's just like, stop looking at it all. I look at stuff, but I don't sit there all day looking at that sort of stuff. I like looking at art stuff and doing that's why I do a lot of art. It keeps me sane in this world at the minute. You know, when people say take yourself out in nature, do something you love, draw, paint, crochet. You don't have to do all that. You could be dancing, listening to really good music, whatever it is, finding good channels with good people where you can communicate like we are now and come out of the, toxic trap. I don't engage in the toxic trap. Yeah, you could. I like to see things because I think, right, they've just put this out, media. What are they really saying? And that's not happened. Blah, blah, blah. And also, Trump didn't do a lot of stuff. I don't mean he didn't do a lot of stuff when he was first in. He let things roll and things get put out by the dark side. So a lot of the media now are getting caught up in their own trap because it was recorded and put out live to people. Like someone the other day, they put a reporter up who was reporting in the war somewhere on the floor. It was rubbish. Some normal person came walking around the corner. They got caught out. Like when they did the weather and saying it was dead windy and raining. Do you remember floods ages ago? And there was people walking normal in the background. They're getting caught out in their own crap. Where it is then, people say, oh, it's AI. No, it's not AI. That's what they want you to say, it's AI. And they're getting caught out in their own trap, so it's hilarious. Let them dig their own hole. That's what they were doing. I'm sure Q said something like, you know, not in these words, but the media are the last to fall. Once the media fall flat on the face and they can't put their illusion out. Can you imagine? When the truth just comes out and they get taken over by good people and the truth comes out. Yeah. They put them in the spotlight, yeah. And Trump puts them in the spotlight all the time. It's hilarious. I'm really concerned about the hamster. Yeah, I've looked into that. I don't really look into that anymore. I've come across that. Most people have, because it is disturbing. But I mean, you've got to look at it like, I mean, that was a while back. We know it's all gone on, but all the things that they're doing now, that's why people go, oh, why is this not happening? It is, but they were saving the kids first. It's all down to the kids first. All that stuff will come to light. It's awful, but also you've got to remember that's not going to be happening either. And all these people that are engaged in all that, they'll all be going down, probably already arrested, because people think, oh, where are the arrests? A lot of people got arrested ages ago. We don't need to see everything. The story will be told, but just know that evil, when we say evil, that's the biggest evil, and that is going away. Yeah, Hollywood does seem like it's gone. Yeah. You got to remember, like, people used to see a lot you don't see now, or, oh, I don't know, people have gone quiet, or, you know, there's things going on and things to come, which I think is great. Lots happening in the background. Yeah, because people think it's not on the news, which obviously it won't be on the news, not on mainstream anyway. They think nothing's going on. Shitloads is going on. There's a lot of good people. People think it's all bad and the doom and gloomers because they're probably just sat in mainstream media all the time because they think they're not seeing anything good or something's not being reported. If you're going on other platforms and you get around other like places, you'll see stuff, but there is good things happening and there's a lot of good people in the world. I'd say a lot more good than bad. A lot of the bad are just minions that are greedy and are working for people, or as we know, they've been what's the word? Blackmailed. There's probably a lot of squealing out about what's happening because really deep down in the soul they know it wasn't right. We know that. Yeah, most have been arrested already. I believe that. There's a lot of things that are going through military tribunals. I don't think that has to be seen by the people. And the thing is, the reason why it has to be done by military tribunals, which we always got told, is because military don't mess around. If you've been caught guilty and you're going to prison or whatever they do, even if they put you to death, because maybe they do, from the awful acts, especially treason and worse things, children and stuff like that, at the end of the day, they do it swiftly, because if you think about it, if you're in a war, you're not going to mess with someone and let them go. Biden would, but you're not going to let them go and go, oh, well, we'll give you 3 months to think about. No, it's done swiftly there and then, whatever the outcome is, there and then, because it's dangerous if we're in a war. We never came out of World War II, did we? So that's why it's got to be done by military, not fannying around with the other. And we know, judges and that have been corrupt, and they'll be replaced with good ones. So it's all how big it is, how big it is. People don't realise that it's interlinked with everything, and it's interlinked to every country, and it's worldwide. It's not just one country or one state or whatever. Barefooted and everything, it's brilliant. I tend to walk around the house barefoot all the time. I have cold feet. I love it in summer, obviously, in spring. I did think I've got to do some grounding even when the weather's, I don't know where you're from, Patricia, crappy weather in England at the minute, once it stops raining. And it's nice to go out in the rain. I need to just sit out bare feet. Put socks on, just don't put rubber soled shoes on, because that disconnects your electromagnetic beam connection there. So, but yeah, it's really healing. I get a really sore foot though, that's why I do it. I get really sore foot in my right foot, but I've been using oregano oil mixed with a carrier oil because it's essential. You can't put essential straight on your skin. So I've got you can use coconut oil. I've used sweet almond oil. It's really helping. It's natural as well, obviously. Still not sure if HIV's gone. I think she has. I think she went ages ago, because that thing that pretends to be her is shorter and fatter. And if you look at the lookalike from ages ago, that's who she looks like. I reckon the van. Do you remember the van video where she was getting shoved in the back of that van? I reckon it was them. Because there's a lot of these lookalikes that really, really do look like them, but they tend to be like a little bit shorter. It's like King Charles with his sausage fingers, do you know what I mean? He looks like his lookalike to me. But they have to play, whether that's done by the dark side or the light side, to play the part. I think for the dark side to think they're still in control when they're not. They're just playing a part to make them think they are. How do you take the system down? Take all the minions out as well, and then the triangle collapses, doesn't it? Because there's only like, what? There's not many of them, you know, when they say the 1% is at the top of the triangle. If their minions fall down, they fall down with it. They can't be in that structure without the minions. They haven't got people working for them. They're nothing, you know, at the end of the day. So, yeah, the van thing seemed like it. Yeah, I think it was. Even if it wasn't, I think she was taken out ages ago. Do you remember the big speech when Trump said she wouldn't be pardoned? And everyone was sat in the background like, oh my God, that's the best video. I can't even remember what that was called, when he was at a dinner with all them elites and they were crapping themselves. It was hilarious. I'm just really worried about, kids, they are so precious, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe, but I won't think too much about it, like fear things like that, because whatever's gone on's gone on, and you know, people can be like, oh, we should have this and we should have that, but you've got to be in the now. So you've just got to know that good things are coming. Good things are coming. You know, our children are not going to be going through all this stuff and all the stuff they wanted for us. If you don't know Mark Atwood's channel, check his channel out. All his other channels have come back. I was on his very first one. I might try and repost it when I was doing the Q poem and everything, but he's got some really good videos up with good people, because he obviously does a lot of videos, and he's got a healing centre now, so he's grown a lot. But yeah, I think I'm going to go soon. I was supposed to be coloring this in. I might just do these flowers, because I need to get a bath and salt my bones, because like I said, I'm very stiff. And I might show you this picture over the weekend finished. I might come on tomorrow when the lighting's better, because I've not got my youngest. The lighting's better in the day. Yeah, it might just be nice, because it looks like it's going to be a bit of a crappy day. I just want to do some drawing. So, thanks for coming in. Best Trump line ever. Yeah, it was funny. I'm going to put, I don't know. I'm going to put red there, I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of innocent people were sucked into the honeypot. Yeah, they were. But, yeah, but then you sort of understand. I mean, I believe there might be people that weren't that bothered, but you understand how people have been played and how people have been kept under that control as well. You know, people will go, oh, such a body's evil. It's like, yeah, but were they evil or were they blackmailed, you know? And if you think about the times when less people were awake, they were getting away with it so long. How would you, if it was you as a person, be blackmailed, try to talk to people when there's a lot of people around you actually in that thing that they're just going to try and make out you're mad, or they do worse things, don't they? But do you know what I mean? It must have been so difficult. I think it's a little bit easier now, obviously, because it's coming out and people are speaking out more, and that's how you know things are changing, because it's not like it was before. So, or they might feel a bit more safer about, you know, speaking out now, because people are believing it more now, because it's in people's consciousness now of, like, you know, what they're seeing. Like I said, more people waking up, hearing stories, sort of opening their minds up to the possibilities that, yes, these so-called conspiracies that people were saying are conspiracies are not conspiracies anymore, and they're actually seeing the truths behind. There's still a lot of bull crap out there, don't get me wrong. Still a lot of people putting a lot of bull crap out there. Probably for views and God knows what, or they've got the wrong end of the stick and they've never really researched themselves to know anyway, so they're just putting crap out. So you have got to be careful who you're watching, because, you know, there was a lot of people a while ago that said they were really insecure, and then they fell off because they wobbled. They weren't seeing things happening in their time. Like I said, the plan isn't our plan. We didn't put it together. We didn't say this was going to happen on that day. Just because people are getting angry because certain things are not happening the way they want it to, they fell off the plan. they started like contradicting themselves. So it's a bit like, I've never fell off the plan. I've always talked about Q and Trump. Never not felt it was something evil or anything, because you can clearly see what's going on. Yeah, you're going to sleep. Where are you from? Can't remember now. Yeah, I'm going to go now. I need to go and get a bath and soak my bones. Hopefully it'll make me feel a bit better, because like I said, I fell off my scooter this morning, so that's why I'm off work today. I only had half a day at work anyway, but I'm so stiff, sore under my ribs, and I haven't broken anything, thank God, but I slipped on a load of leaves and completely came off my scooter. I love the way you think and your explanations on your education. Oh, thank you. Hawaii. Oh, yeah, Hawaii. Hawaii. I love Hawaii. What a beautiful place. Like, what's that? I can never say it. I just think that would be like, when we say Atlantis and Maori. What's it called? Oh my God, what's it called when we say Atlantis and Lemuria? It's been like Lemuria energy. Yeah. Where are you from, Patricia? Where's Faylight from again? But yeah, if you're going to sleep, Nana, I don't think I'll be on tonight, because I think I'll just be chilling. I think I'll definitely be coming on. I will come over the weekend. I'll probably come on the Saturday and Sunday. In fact, I might do one morning and then one evening. But I definitely think I might come on in the morning, just because you can see the colours better in my art and stuff. You're welcome. It's great getting new people. Subscribe to the channel. Obviously, you don't have to pay or anything like that. It's just, you get notification. Well, you'll get notifications and stuff. Australia. Oh, I'm just touching on my rib there. So, Australia. Hope Australia are doing well. Hawaii. They say Australia is supposed to be pretty good for your UFOs and all that. I haven't looked into, what's it called, AI3 Atlas thingy. I don't even know what the name is, but I do believe it's either an energy thing, going with the times when you look into astrology, because astrology is so amazing. But yeah, if I come on tomorrow, I can pull some cards. Oh, my neck's hurting now. Just aching all over. Yeah, okay, talk soon, yeah. Who did you say you were again, Breath Blue? Was it Breath Blue? Was it someone else? I know people change their names over time. Like I said, where's my big whale? I just think, whale energy. Let's get some whale energy. Ugh. Do you want to see me doing some more artwork? There you go. Tomorrow's going to be good. Bright, sunny day. What area in the UK? You're very important. Don't forget that. Oh, thank you. I hope so, because I need to take the dog out for a walk. He was up here before. Our little Frenchie needs to get out. Yeah, we used to be RW. Yeah, I think I remember. It's hard to remember everyone, especially from a few years ago. Everyone's coming back, and I'm like, yeah, remember some names. But I'm glad to see a lot of you into it. It's really, really nice, and new people as well. Yeah, great to catch up. Take care of yourself and rest up. Yeah, thank you. I will. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know when I'm on. Thanks everyone for coming in. Faylight, Breath Blue, Patricia, who's new. That's lovely. I think there might have been someone at the top. I don't know. Can't remember. If I ever read your name out wrong, I'm a bit dyslexic, so just take no notice. I'll make a name up for you. But yeah. So like I said, I don't know what make these are. I just got these, whatever they are. I think they were off Amazon. I know. But when you get what they called alcohol markers, because they blend a bit, they're not like usual. I mean, these are cheap, but cheapo felt tips. They blend a bit more when you put dark on, and say you put dark yellow on and then you put a light on. They blend a bit more. But like I said, they're not as messy as paints and stuff, so if you just want to try it. So I'm waiting for another pack to come, because these are 48 and I'm getting ones with 100 in. £25 for 100. It's not that bad. But like I said, they can run out sometimes. You get sometimes one or two that might run out, but they're cheap. You know what I mean? Compared to if you know anything about Copic markers, I think they're called, which I'd absolutely love. They're quite expensive, but they're really good professional sort of art pens, but you don't always need them. And then this is just, I think, a cheap big from the works in the UK. Anyway, you get like these big, what are they like? Whatever that is. I don't know about the papers and stuff, but I think it's smooth. You can get like, is it like mixed media things? I think this is this A3? I think it's A3 because it's quite a big one. I have small ones and big ones, and they're cheap, but this is just like my messy doodling. So yeah. Yep, now they are free and we are free, right? The tides have changed and the Great Awakening is amazing. Yeah, and it all starts there. So it's just it's gonna look. I will say it's gonna look crazier because of the stuff coming out, but we know it's getting better. As mad as that sounds, but yeah. So thanks all for coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow if I can get off. Bye.